Howdy y'all, we got an exciting video for this one. We're going to put the clutches in here. We got to press them together first, and then hopefully get them in here, get the gear lash set, and keep moving forward. My name's Aaron. My dad, the cleaner, is Greg, and let's get started. So we've been kind of organizing and getting all this ready. These bearings go in here just like yay. There's a little bit thicker on this side. That will go inwards towards the meatier part of this part. And I'm going to go over on the press and press these in. And then after that, these seals will go on top of here. These cups just kind of keep the oil in the bearings. And there's kind of a little lip where it lips upward. That goes outwards on these bearings. So let me get these over on the press, and I'll press those bearings in there. Anybody that's curious, this bearing showing a 7214 ENA. I got this at General Gear.
I don't think it's going to take much.
No, I don't either. Ooh, that's pretty hard.
Is it?
Yes.
Ooh.
I'm got some resistance.
Why?
I don't know. Oh, it looks crooked.
Yeah, I think so. Yes,
it is.
It is. It's all cockeyed.
Because underneath of that, I wonder if our thing isn't square. It's crooked going in. All right. I hate that that started going in crooked like that.
That's why I wanted to get it a little straighter before you started.
We got it straightened out. It was just got started a little bit off. Okay, that one's in.
Wait, right now. Oh, this one's slipping in. Look, this one is a lot.
Well, we're not down to where it needs to be either. But
it started already.
They're a lot more snug. They're going to be fine. I don't need any green Loctite, I don't think.
Look, I wasn't quite centered. That's it. That's good.
And these washers go with the dome side out, just like so.
Okay, we should probably put these in the vise.
Here, give me one and you put one in the vise and we'll see who gets it done first.
Well, mine will be safer.
Safety's my middle name. Not really.
Shake hands with safety.
Do. I got mine.
You did?
Pretty much. Well, you know, I did. So I did that to show the kids how not to do this. Yeah, I think that bearing is just a little bit thicker than the old one, and it's making it a fight. So Dad just beveled this edge on here ever so slightly. Should give it a little bit, just enough room to let that snap ring go in there. Fingers crossed. No, you don't. Well, what do you think? Actually, that's seated nice back there.
It's just right here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to work on this other one.
So we kind of knew what to expect with these from watching Pacific Northwest Hillbilly do these. And the bearings and everything. And the way that we ended up remedying this is just to take a few thousandth off this oil seal, or this oil shield right here, the metal one. That's what Dad's doing right here. And it didn't take much, but this one I'm very confident is seated quite well. And this one just needed a little bit more. It was real tight right here. But these bearings pressed in nice and tight, and I think I'm going to be happy. Well, that took about an hour, but we got them set in there. They're not moving. And now on to something else. We're going to install these seals. They are 1D4324. And these will go into here where the main bearings sit, just outside of the third number. The ring and pinion. And more rain, and more rain, and more rain. So unusual for Colorado. I'm going to put the seal in here, and the oil is on this side, so it's going to go in this way. I don't know what it is with today. I seem to be getting everything in crooked. And it pretty much stops right there. We'll put some oil on this before we assemble it completely. Just for good measure. Putting a little assembly lube for engines in here on the race, and I'll put some on the seal. Make sure my spring's in there, yeah. So we've finally started actually reading the directions on how to do things, at least going back together. It's fun to try and figure out taking it apart, but we want to get it back together correctly. So what do we got here?
First thing, it says begin with a lined disc against the flange of the inner drum. Inner drum, outer drum. The outer drum's just for alignment right now. I've brake cleaned the inner drum surface as well as this first disc, which is a lined disc which goes in first. Hopefully.
It'll go in, you just got to get it lined up. There we go.
There's number one.
Okay.
Next is, and then you alternate with an unlined disc, which is from our other pile over here.
And we're cleaning all of these with brake cleaner so that they don't have any oil or any.
They actually have a lot of oil on them, so we'll clean them as we go. I'm going to clean these over here.
These are the unlined discs, and they do have the packing oil on it, you can see quite well. So we're starting with the fiber disc, then the steel disc, and so on and so forth. There's 12 of each. So I got this all together, got all the clutches in there, the plates, the fiber disc covered plates. What we would do was we would clean them off in the parts washer. I'd come over here with some brake cleaner and give them a final rinse, make sure everything's good and dry and has no oil on them. They had a lot of oil on them from the packaging, so that would be a very bad thing if that ended up inside the clutches. And now I got the bolts in here for the springs. I did buy new keepers. Instead of the 3-piece ones we had, we're going to have the 2-piece ones. It should be a lot easier to install. And we're going to flip this over and take it over on the press. Get all that back together, and then we can put our throw-up bearing on here and keep moving forward. Hey everybody, this is Miss Zoe. She's Buddy's new buddy, and this is Hugo over here. We've decided that we're going to use a crane to move all the clutch components because, well, I want my back to be able to finish this project. So I went and got a pallet we're going to set this top cover on. It'll be easier to handle, especially for sandblasting. Now we don't have to worry about it getting marooned out in the middle of the driveway anymore. I could probably even sandblast it right there on the pallet.
We want it in the middle?
Well, yeah, but once we get it over there and flip it over, we'll have to take it off.
Lift it a little bit and get it more middle. There.
Right there. Got it? Oh, it ain't bad.
It ain't good.
All right, now the hard part.
We just need to get it up there And then we're going to have to take the strap off because we're going to have it about like it is to get the strap off.
Yeah, well...
Because we should have put the strap on the side.
Yeah. I got it. Take it out of there.
I don't think we need these.
We don't need them. We'll just use the... Well, we do because we need to push against these.
Yeah.
So...
Can you get it just enough? I can get this there.
I'd say let's tip it over.
Yeah. We're not going to be able to. Realign. Oh, this ain't working well at all.
All right, slip that one where it belongs.
We can't. We got to get
it close. There we go. Now we'll do this one.
We're going to do it different next time.
Yeah, this was kind of not a good way to do it.
If you can just lift it enough that I can bend that out.
Well, we got to release it.
Hey, we can release it. Pry it off.
Oh, yeah.
Just pry it off. Slip it one way or the other.
Come my way. I think it's closest.
There we go. That'll work. What are you going to try to do all 8 of them at once?
Why not? We got a big enough press, we can do that. What do you think?
That looks pretty good.
All right. And we remember this thing. So we're going to need our springs first. I don't think these go any particular direction.
No, I don't either.
They're flat on each side.
Right.
So. Apologize for the shadows up here. The light back here is not too good. But the press kind of throws some shadows. So these are the, I don't know what you call them, washers, plates, that the keepers sit in. I got those cleaned up. Put those on here. And the tool from General Gear for D4 clutches. This is probably the hardest part, is lining all these up so they fit into those recess in there. There we go. There we go. And we got them all up in there good. Now, all we got to do is press it and put our keepers in here. Just whatever you do, don't put your fingers in there when this is compressed. Do it with tools. It's going pretty easy. Make sure all those...
Yeah,
should come
stop.
up.
Let's be sure they're all in the groove before you go any further.
These are all in the groove. The springs are. I got them good and centered and down on there. Yeah.
Ooh, this one's off there.
Okay.
I can see these 4 over here are good. I got one right there that's off.
Okay.
2. This one and that one.
We need a little pick or a screwdriver to line them up.
Yeah. Pump it a little bit. Hold it. Get this one over. All right, pump it. Hold it. I think I got that one now. We didn't lose these others. Try it. Go ahead.
It's going easy.
I think we might have them. Hang on.
They feel like they're going. It's pumping easy.
Yeah, I think we got it this time. Go ahead.
Now it's twisting. I don't know. Something stopped. Don't say that.
Okay, those are all in there. It stopped, huh?
Mm-hmm. We're not
really... I see the problem.
What?
Right here, our tool is up against the...
Can you tap it over with a...
housing a little bit.
A little hammer or something?
Yeah.
Or brass hammer? Let off a little bit. There it goes.
Now try it. Is it going?
Yep.
No. It quit, didn't it?
No.
It's going now?
It quit because I quit. There it goes.
Yeah, it was hung up on this over here.
You got jumpy.
Yeah, well, you would too.
All right, let's get the keepers on it.
They're right there on the bench.
Come back up just a bit.
You see where to go?
Yeah, I do.
Whoa.
Right there. How come you're doing the fine surgery? Are you expendable?
Probably.
Oh, my phone.
Now. Yeah. There we go. All right. Two more.
Two more. What?
Well, and I just missed that one. Oh, no, he flipped over.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. One more.
They never land like you want them to.
No. That one looks good. That one looks good. They all look good. Then slowly go and be sure that the keeper...
All right, let me show everybody, just so you can see, that's how the keeper should be in there. And when we release this, it should retain all these. There's enough of them in. They all look good. So I don't think we're going to have any issues. They're all in.
Let's go up really slow. Hold it. Yeah, it looks like they're all in. Check this guy here. Yeah, I think go up slow.
You little worried there? It made a little noise and
Yes.
you jumped?
There's a lot of energy there, let me tell you. But it looks like they're all
They're
kept.
in now.
Yeah.
We're released completely.
Here you go.
You suppose that's highway yellow?
Looks like it, don't it?
Got the second ones in. This was a lot less of a fight. Probably because I'm taller and I can see better than Dad.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead and let it go.
What happened? It quit.
It quit because you're not pressing nothing.
They're released?
Yes. That's it.
Grab it. Oh, okay.
They're all good.
We got to get these the right way.
Yes. I believe that is this way so the oil doesn't go into...
Right. Yeah. See that open part?
Yep.
Goes out away from that.
Okay. We'll be good. Glad I got these lined up correctly here. They go in the middle of these openings. Hopefully they're correct. Gonna put a little green Loctite 648 around here just because these were spinning a little bit and it was kind of making me a little bit nervous. And then these go this way, right?
Yes.
Is that down all the way?
No, you're not down on that one.
It went on easy before. There it is.
Now it's snapped in.
All right. And we got a little bit of oil. I actually have some engine assembly pre-lube in there on the bearing. You're on cloud 9, aren't you?
Yeah. He makes really nice turns.
Yeah.
No skidding, no slipping. Beautiful turns with an airplane.
Dad's passion is planes. He loves planes.
Had one for 21 years.
Cool. I imagine it's fungicide.
Yeah.
Given the amount of moisture that we've had out here, that's so unusual.
And see, right now they can't get in and spray with the ground.
No,
because
it's
too
soaking wet out here.
So airplane works perfect.
the nut on there.
Gonna need a cheater, and I'll need to hold it for you.
Well, see if you can hold it.
All right, go ahead.
Nope. Is it moving?
Yeah.
Line up the holes.
That's gonna be a lot, though.
It's going. It'll probably stop right short of what we need to be. There it is. Let's try it.
See if they'll screw in. I don't think it's right quite there yet.
Yeah? They were peened up here, so they're
it's tight.
Not going to want to go in easy. But
you know what? Let me give it another whack.
It's fine. No, it's fine.
That other one isn't.
Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, this one's lining right up. Yeah. Okay, these are on and tight. We got these screwed in all the way. They're good and tight. I got Loctite on them. They ended up right exactly where they were before. And they took some persuasion to get them that tight. So we're going to be fine. And everything works good here. This one's nice and tight. We're a little concerned. It's not in the race, but in the bearing. This one's got a little bit of in play. I don't know if that's normal or not.
No, it shouldn't be.
But it's going to be what it is, I guess. I got a socket, big, huge, thick socket, that will fit in here perfectly. And our plan is to take this over there, lower that table of our hydraulic press down to about right in there somewhere, and put the whole rig in there and press it together. Dad and I are just doing one last minute check to make sure that we have everything on and where it needs to go before we start pressing anything together. And down here we got our bearings on, the seal is on, the bearings are pre-lubed.
Is that seal lubed?
Yep.
You lubed it good, didn't you?
Yep. Both sides. So I guess it's go time. So we're ready to move everything over in the press to put it together. But before we do that, I'm going to make a tool here just so that we can hang that up. I'm going to weld this nut onto this plate and weld this hook eye up here on top just so we have something to pick it up by. That way we don't have to strain our backs moving it. That'll pick it up. So then now we can pick this up and not break our backs. And that bungee's not really holding that cap.
Now,
Dad is safety wiring these, I don't know what you call them.
These bearing caps.
Bearing caps. We don't want to damage the seals, so we don't want them falling out either way when we put this on the press. There we go. Once we get it over here, we'll spin that nut off of there. And then we can drop it down in there, hopefully.
Yeah, this will work nice. Raise her up.
Our bearing caps are falling off.
They are?
The bottom one is.
I needed a double. Bring it in. We're going to have to just manhandle it over. Come in as close as you can.
Can you come up a little bit?
Now, I think, yeah, a little bit. Now, that's good. Now, we're just going to have to do this.
And then I walk the crane in.
I'll let it down.
You got it?
Yeah, kind of. All right, it started in the hole. We're going to have to lift it off of the hook and let it down in by hand from here.
No.
Shall we push?
Wait a minute. Is it going?
Yeah, it's going.
Pretty easy?
Not, it quit now. Did it move? It's moved, hasn't it?
I guess. 15 to 20 tons.
Yep.
I think we'll be good with this. Just to be nice to know what this press is.
I don't really know.
I think it's 20.
I do too. You think that's good?
Yeah. I don't know.
I wish I'd have remembered.
Well, we just turned this over so we can inspect, and it looks good. I mean, it looks like it was pressed on before. Should we throw a nut on there? And
Yes. Put a nut on it and lock it up.
we had to kind of trim off our, I don't know, hook eye, our pick point for the clutch pack. So we're just going to grind this off and make it fit inside that clutch. There we go. All right, I'll carry this one over on the press and we'll set it in there. Still gonna be barely make it in there.
It still ain't gonna make it.
No, it'll make it. All right, good.
All right, you want me to let it down
Real slow. Come forward with the crane. As you let it down, come forward. There we go.
I can get, am I centered under it?
Yeah, pretty good.
All right.
I can wiggle it around once we get it down. Okay. This thing's rickety. All right.
Yes, it is.
'Cause it's only sitting on that socket.
I know. I don't like it.
We'll just have to have one of us balancing it.
I'm going to
time.
stay here, babysit it right now. It was 26 1/8.
Yeah. There's pressure on it now.
Now we're at 26. We went more than that, didn't we?
I would think. Where did you measure to?
It's right to this edge from the top of this plate.
It's still pumping. Now it feels like I got resistance. All right, now check it.
Yeah, we're right at 26. What do you think?
I think let me give it one more pump. What do you think?
Yeah.
Of course, those are usually when you break something.
Yeah. It's tight. It's tight. You're bypassing.
This is at least a 15-ton press.
Oh, at least.
So we got at least 15 tons pressing this together. Okay. All right,
Pup's heavy.
come on back. We'll let that socket fall, it's fine. All right, let's put it over here on the cardboard. You're way off, I'm gonna have to.
Move the drum.
All right, hold it there. Well, maybe we're not. Because as we go down, it's coming in, so go slow. Wait a minute. Come on up here.
Up?
Yeah. Hold it, hold it.
I think you're in.
Yeah, I do too. All right.
There she goes.
Go ahead down. There we go. What do you think?
See where your lock fits.
It's going to be nowhere close.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I am close. I am very close, actually.
Which way you have to go?
You got to go a little bit more tight. There, we're getting close. I went past.
Just that pup's tight. There you go.
All right.
There wasn't a washer under that nut, was there?
No. Not my recollection. All right. we're set. Now all we got to do is clean the back of this out. Those are the gaskets. I'm using cork because cork was factory and cork was still in there and it was fine. We're getting ready to install this third member into the rear end of the D4 here. And we vacuumed all this out. We're going to do kind of a final cleaning in here. Make sure everything's ready to install. I'm going to chase the threads on everything just so that we don't have any hiccups going back together. And these are actually the cat gaskets, the cork, that are made to go along this seam down here on each side. I have 2 of them, and then I'll make the gasket that goes on each side of this third member cover over here, and I'll use a little bit of silicone in the corners to help seal it. For any of you wondering, this gasket is a 1A1283, and there's really, it's nothing but a long strip of cork. Got those chased out nice. Those are chased. And with my pneumatic tool, I've kind of shined up the mating surfaces here. Even with Dad yelling 42 times to do it by hand, do it by hand. So I left a little bit for him to do by hand, so he'll be happy.
Thank you.
I'm kind of test fitting these gaskets to see how they're going to go. They do have a little extra, and I'm guessing that's maybe to go over the top. I'm not sure. I'm going to grease the top of this cork so that it'll slide back and forth just a little bit while we do adjustments.
That's plenty.
And this is the John Deere cornhead oil. Everybody recommends for the rollers and the undercarriage on this machine. Corks are where they need to be. Something's holding. Hold it. Brake band. Okay. This one's going down now. Kind of crooked a little bit.
Yeah, we're not quite, but that shouldn't. Now we got to get the ring gear to go in that pinion.
I wonder if we ought to cut that cork and then just lay those strips in there on each side.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah. That's the only way you can.
Yeah.
Because it won't bend
good and it won't stay.
So
let's do that and then let them strips sit in there and cure. We got this thing in here. It's set. We got our corks in. They're kind of curing. They're silicone down to the bottom. Got a little bit of silicone in between. We need to trim these little extensions off. And we'll have to make some sort of cork or something to go up here on the top to seal it with. I'm not too worried about that. Dad is trimming that one now. But so far so good. We're going ahead putting these bolts in. I'm throwing a little blue Loctite on these that go into the drums, in addition to the lock washer to kind of help them get started. This one lined right up. That one's a little bit off, but not terrible.
Now try it.
Down. There we go.
Looks a lot different than when we took it apart.
Yeah, sure. Sure looks a lot cleaner. Hold it.
Those two. So this goes over here on the ring gear side.
Yeah, that oil slinger goes up over here over the top of the ring gear.
That's a slinger? I thought it was just a...
Yeah, it's a slinger.
It's supposed to be the...
Gonna have to hold this, put a bar in between two of them bolts so I can torque these. Alright, next.
That's 120?
That's 120. The next thing we need to do is get this machine groove lined up with this pin right here that goes over this cap that holds the bearings. And our thought is to use some of these bronze rods I actually got when we ordered bronze bushings, so we don't hopefully damage things. Moving?
No, it's not. There, it's moving.
Yeah, it's moving.
How far we gotta go? Yeah, I chipped my brass off. I don't want that in there.
We'll have to vacuum that out.
Can you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I chipped that off. Let's see where we're at. Is that mark aligned with it? Yeah. See that pencil mark? That aligns with it. I gotta go a little more. See it? Right there and there.
Alright, yep. Hopefully we get this thing turned before we run out of bronze. Oh, look what's happening to our gasket.
Oh, it rolled it out. That is not good.
No. We made a mistake. We should have set these caps on here, lined up when we set this all in here, and then we wouldn't have had this problem. I'm afraid we're going to have to take everything out, pick this up again, and actually do what we were just talking about, despite all the difficulties we've been having. We managed to get both of these caps on here after a substantial struggle and having to reset our gaskets. We got this one underneath of here a little bit too far curved this way. We'll have to kind of fill up the gap over there with some silicone when we put the top plate on, but underneath is good. It's all in, and it really helps to have a wife with very small hands that could work that underneath of there for us, so I really appreciate that. That was quite a fight. We kind of had to do this over and do it over and do it over. I'm a little tired, I'm a little frustrated. We just need to torque these bolts here, and then we can go into setting the lash on the gears. And yes, I smashed my finger because I shook hands with danger. We just preloaded the bearings by tightening these as much as we could, and now we're going to start looking into our gear lash. Dad just put a little die cam on there, so we're gonna roll this around and see what it looks like. And I have the dial indicator over here ready to go. Is it tight? Back, you think?
Yeah, now back. And then roll it again. Can you see where they're rubbing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see this one's here to there?
Yep.
It's a little much on the toe.
Yep.
You want it between here and there, kind of in the middle.
We never touched the pinion, and we just did another die cam test again, and virtually we have no gear engagement. So what we need to do is loosen this side and tighten this side. Just put a little bit more die cam on here, and we tighten this nut quite a bit. And there was a witness mark that was in here next to this cap, and now that witness mark is almost completely gone. And it's actually where I think it used to be. Same with over here. There's a little bit of a witness mark there we can still see. But I think we're getting close. We'll roll this over and see how close we are. Okay, yeah, we can see where it's hitting on the toe here. Right there in the bottom. And we're going to have to change something. This is getting really hard to turn. Hopefully we're going in the right direction. What we have is short toe contact, so what do we need to do to counter that?
Well, the book says here that the pinion shaft has to move in, and the
ring gear's got to
move the pinion away from the bevel gear to correct backlash. Move the bevel gear toward the pinion.
Okay. Which is what we've been doing, so we'll just have to continue going that direction.
I think so.
We need to move this ring gear this way, and this one I'll have to loosen and tighten this one. I think we're getting close, though. Oh yeah, for anybody wondering, this is a Williams 474B spanner wrench. Seems to work pretty good for this, and it works good on the big nuts on the sprockets. Just set up our dial indicator here, and we have, it's showing about 12 thousandths of lash, and we're shooting for 7 to 9, which is ideal. And I've been told and understand that we're better to err on the side of loose than tight. So we're going to continue working on this and see how much closer we can get. Well, that was a very successful day. We got the steering clutches in, we got everything put together. Now what we got to do is set the gear lash and start putting everything together. And we're going to put those together and finish the gear lash on the next video. I do want to thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Whole rig in there and press it together. And camera bomb.